In a quiet town near the mountains lived a young girl named Meera. She lived with her grandmother in a small house made of wood and clay. They didn't have much, just a few pots, some old clothes, and a tiny kitchen. But Meera had something very special, a big dream and a strong heart. She wanted to become an artist. She loved painting. Every evening after finishing her housework, she would sit near the window and draw with bits of coal, broken crayons, or anything she could find. Her paintings were full of color and hope, even when her life was not. At school, her classmates laughed at her old clothes. Some called her Rag Girl, but Meera never cried. She just smiled and said, "Clothes don't make dreams come true. Hard work does." One day, a painting competition was announced in her town. The winner would get a scholarship to a famous art school. Meera was excited. This was her chance. But there was one big problem. She had no paints, no brushes, and no proper paper. At first, she felt sad. She looked at her old art book and sighed. "Maybe I can't do this," she whispered. Her grandmother heard her and said gently, "Meera, you don't need the best tools. You just need your best effort." Those words stayed with her. The next morning, Meera went around the village. She collected old newspapers, cardboard pieces, and bottle caps. She made colors from flowers, mud, and even turmeric from the kitchen. Everyone laughed at her strange paints and rough canvas, but Meera smiled and kept painting. The day of the competition came. All other students had beautiful art sets, shining brushes, and perfect papers. Meera placed her artwork quietly on the table. It was not perfect, but it was powerful. It showed a little girl painting her dreams, even in the dark. The judges walked around. They stopped at Meera's painting and looked closer. One of them asked, "Did you make this with natural colors?" "Yes," Meera replied softly. "I didn't have money for paints, but I had a dream." There was silence in the room. Then one judge smiled, another one clapped, and soon everyone was clapping. Meera won the first prize. Her eyes filled with tears, not because she won, but because she didn't give up. From that day on, Meera's life changed. She joined the art school. She became one of the youngest artists to showcase her work in a city gallery. Years later, she returned to her village to open a small art center for kids like her, children with dreams but not enough tools. She would tell them, even broken crayons can draw beautiful pictures. And even if a world doubts you, never doubt yourself. Sometimes life doesn't give us perfect tools, but what truly matters is our attitude. Your spirit, your determination, and your kind heart can turn mud into magic. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it. And remember, success is not about what you have. It's about what you do with what you have. So keep dreaming, keep doing your best, and never let your situation decide your worth. If Meera's story touched your heart, let us know in the comments. Have you ever turned a tough moment into something beautiful? We'd love to hear your story. And if this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss another story that lifts your spirit and teaches you English along the way. Thank you for listening. Stay hopeful, stay kind, and keep painting your dreams, even with broken colors. Art